Hello students, I'm so happy to be with you again, and I'd like to talk today about our bow hold and bowing with our bow hand. So our bow hand is our right hand. Now I'm going to raise my right hand. If you raise your right hand, you will be on the opposite side with your hand. So I will do this and you will do this side, okay? Now, you might have noticed that I've got a bow tattoo on my hand already. So I'm getting prepared to play with my bow, and usually what we do with our beginners is that we get a water-based texture we say texture in Australia, but here we say felt tip pen or dry erase marker, something that will wash off. Even a pen will do. I'm going to draw lines. So if you see on my pointing finger, my index finger, there's a crease. The first crease, I'm going to do a line going across, and then I'm going to do another line directly opposite that and another line over the three middle fingers. So it just looks like this, a line across there, and then a line, and so the stick of our bow will be lying across those three lines. Then I put a dot on the very tip of my pinky and another dot on the very tip of my thumb. Okay. Before we do that, we're going to do some other preparation for bowing. So I'm going to make a bunny shape. Now, when I hold my hand up, my right hand, bow hand, I'm going to have a relaxed hand, but it's not going to be tense, but it's not going to be just floppy either. It's going to be controlled. So I take my thumb and I draw it in a circle across the palm of my hand. Then I'm going to make a bunny face. So my bunny, my two middle fingers are going to be right on top of my thumb, just resting there, and that's the bunny face. All right, and I've got two ears. So if you can do that and make your two ears wiggle, you're doing quite well, okay? So we're just wiggling our bunny ears. Now, think about how a bunny moves, how a bunny likes to bounce around, and how soft a bunny is. Now, bunnies are excellent, fun creatures. They are kind of happy-go-lucky. They like to bounce around. So bounce your bunny around a bit and then wiggle your ears. Okay, good. Hello, bunny. So after you've made your bunny and you've got a nice relaxed bunny, now make sure that you've also got a round bunny face, that you haven't got what I call a fox. That's more of a fox. So there's a bit more tension. I'm collapsing this part of my knuckles instead of keeping it nice and round. And I want those bunny ears to be floppy, okay? They're not pointy fox ears. All right. Excellent. That's our bunny shape. Now we're going to transfer our bunny shape to a pencil. So if you are doing something where you're away from your instrument, perhaps you're in a car going somewhere, you don't have your bow so you can practice a bow hold. So you might have a pencil with you instead, or a pen, and you can practice your bow hold with a pencil. So I'm going to take my soft bunny. I'm going to put where I've got that dot is going to be tip touching the bottom of my pencil, and then where I've got those markers, I'm going to be making the bunny face. All right. So the thumb is in between our two middle fingers, and then I've got my bunny ears again, soft bunny ears. Wiggle them. Really good. Now what's going to happen is that I'm going to, those bunny ears are tired, so they're going to take a rest. I'm going to just relax and softly rest my index finger, my pointing finger, on top of the pencil. And then I'm going to take my other bunny ear and I'm going to rest it on the very tippy top of my pencil. Okay, so I'm keeping a beautiful round shape. Can you see how round that shape is? I'm not collapsing. Now, it's a bit of a trick to not collapse your hand, to have a nice round shape. So make sure that you've got that beautiful round shape. And if I look at that round shape, I also need to remember that my face is not on the top, okay? My face is not, and my fingers are not on the very top of the pencil. They're actually those three fingers, my pointing finger, my middle finger, and my ring finger, are resting over the top there. And then the pinky is curved on top. Okay, great. So I'm going to transfer that pencil bow hold to an actual bow. Exciting. So this is for violins and violas. I'll show you the variation for cellos in a little minute. Okay, so if you look at your bow, you've got the stick, you've got the tip, and this part with this little eye in the middle is called the frog. This is called the screw, and that tightens and loosens the horsehair, which we never ever touch with our hands. Okay, the reason is because even when we have clean hands, we have oil on our hands, and we don't want to get oil on the bow hair. We want to keep that oil free so that it will so that rosin, when we rosin our bow, and I'll show you how to do that too in a minute. All right, so we're just looking at the bow hold at the moment. Now have a look at the frog. You can see there's this beautiful part of mother of pearl right there, and then right on top of this is a silver square. Can you see? Yes, that's the silver square. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the dot on my thumb on top of the silver square, and I'm going to keep that round shape. Then I'm going to take those three markers, I'm going to place them on the top of the stick above the frog. Good. So that is where the contact is going to be with the bow. And my pinky, where that other dot is, I'm going to place that on the very tippy top. Good. So if I was going to make that bow hold once more, I would think I'm going to cover the stick. So I cover the stick with my, where the markers are. Then I put my bumpy thumb on the silver square. Good. And lastly, I'm going to place my pinky nice and curved right on the tippy top. Good job. And there is your bow hold. All right. So we'll go, and the next video we will look at how we're going to use our bow once we've got our bow hold. Again, this is for violin and viola, and I'll do another video for the cello. Thank you.